Okay, we're going to just go straight in and get started. Let me say this. I am experiencing some type of issues with the internet. So those of you that are starting to watch this, if it goes out, I always come back. So you just got to fast forward through it until I'm able to fix whatever is going on. So it's Mercury retrograde. It's a lot of things going on. So you just gonna have to roll with it if you want this reading. Okay. All right. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are going to do Capricorn's weekly love reading. Okay. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. I read personal readings live on Sundays and Thursdays. That information will be in the description box below as well. If you click on the Calendly link, it will take you to where you can book both. You can book it ahead of time if that's what you're wanting. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is for Capricorn spirit. You're going to get a message from your future self about your love life. You're going to see what they want to say about yourself and about your love life. Okay. All right. Okay. It's late. It's just putting the notification up, so people aren't even in here yet. Okay. We got compass showing up here at Capricorn. It says exploration, opportunity. Explore opportunities beyond routine and a new starting point will arrive. So spirit is telling you, you got to break out of your, good morning, Angel Eyes. You got to break out of your normal routine. All right. You got to start to move differently because you're stepping into a new timeline, right? A new identity. And in order for you to do that, you got to move differently. You can't keep moving the way you used to move and think you're going to get different things. We talked about this yesterday when I did a live. Those of you that haven't seen that live, what it is you're ignoring, okay? Or not what is it you're ignoring. Is that what is that? Was that what it is? I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever it was that the last live I just did on Sunday, that is what you need to take a look at that because we talked about this extensively. So if you're wanting to move your life to change, you have to move differently. Hey, Jamie. Hey, KMJ. Okay, so let's clarify. Let's see why this is showing up. Okay, slow down. I just want to get to know you. So it says, just because we want something so badly, it doesn't mean we have to rush into it. Take a moment to speak with yourself. If you're with someone, then you can take a moment to talk to them, to talk about what is best. Like if you're getting to know somebody or whatever. Good morning, Sherry. What spirit is trying to tell you is that you can't force this to happen. Some of y'all got this stubbornness in you where you think you're going to make this shit happen when you want it to happen, how you want it to happen. And I keep trying to tell you, the more you do that, the more frustrated you're going to get because spirit is like, how many times I got to tell you, this is not your lane. Your lane is for you to focus on what it is you want to do. I keep telling you what's going to move the needle for you, okay? But you have to do what you're being told if you want it to turn out the way you want it to. You cannot force this. You have no control over this any more than your person has control over this, okay? And so, like I said, they got things going on. You got things going on. And this is something where it has to be just so. If it's not just so, it's not going to happen. And like I said, some of y'all in here, because I wouldn't be feeling the need to say this if it wasn't that, right? I hear Tom Cruise from Top Gun saying, I feel the need for speed. So spirit is telling me some of y'all are trying to fucking go balls to the wall and go as fast as you can to try to get what it is that you want when it comes to your love life. And you can't do that, baby. You cannot do that. I keep telling you, all y'all that are in this collective, if these messages resonate with you and you've been up in here, you should know this by now. You cannot force nothing up in here. Nothing is getting forced up in here. I am the messenger. I can't force nothing either. So I'm telling you just to save your whatever it is you're using to try to push things along, save it for yourself. Focus on yourself. Do the things that you need to do. Like I said, some of y'all just need to stop trying to control everything and put the focus on yourself and watch your life change. That's what's going to make your life change. It's not, I keep telling you, you cannot fix the outside from the outside. You have to go within to fix the outside. Okay. And you have to continuously do it. It can't be something where you do it for 5 minutes and do you like it's changed. I did it for 10 minutes. Did it change? I did it for a week. Did it change? You can't do that. You just got to let go, surrender to what is happening, and just do what you got to do. Because all of this is a test. These are tests. These are lessons, things that you have to learn. All of the lessons that you have to learn didn't just have to do with the dusty and crusty. Some of this stuff are things that we carry within ourselves that are not being learned. The lessons are not being learned because we so busy looking at what the other person did. We're not having that self-awareness. I told you that the self-awareness is very important because it's not just about how the other person moves in relationship to you. It's how you move in relationship to other people as well. Because if you don't know what's happening with yourself, I hear Michael Jackson, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. That's what I hear. So, and he say, I'm asking him or her to change their ways. So some of y'all, you're going to have to do that. Some of y'all are in here and you like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And so you, like I said, don't get mad and scream on nobody else when your shit don't work out, because I'm giving you the instruction manual. Okay. You have something that other people don't have. There are people here in this world living this life and they don't have no fucking clue what is happening, what is going on, what is for them, what's not for them, any of those things. You're getting the play-by-play, what you need to do. I'm even reading this thing. I know some of y'all read this because the person that wrote this is a Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn placements and you be up in them comments, I know some of y'all heard this before about this girl. She's a Capricorn and she did all the things that I tell y'all to do on here, and that is why she is now with her person. Okay, so some of y'all, you're not doing what you need to be doing, but then you get mad because you keep getting what you got. Like I said, you can't keep doing the same shit you was doing, and you cannot ignore what you're being told. Okay, like I said, look, you know I got internet issues. And so if this goes out, you just stay there. It will come back. Those of you that are watching the replay, just fast forward through it. I will pick up exactly where I left off. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read this again because this was a Capricorn person that wrote this, because some of y'all need to hear what is being said. That's why I'm being prompted to read it. So this person says, Cappies, trust me, it's worth it. I finally found the love of my life that I've been manifesting and praying for. I had to learn from my mistakes, heal, and stop investing in the wrong men. I put up the right boundaries and didn't tolerate mistreatment. I just stayed single and stopped thinking about any relationship. Now he's here. Funny, he's a Capricorn as well. The beginning of Capricorn season like me. We both just laugh because we think, do, and carry on alike. I can't even believe it sometimes. He says the same thing, the male version of me. We went through the same things. He's not my typical person that I'll ever date, but I don't care. When you've been through so much with guys that have been your type and that have done you so wrong, all you care about is how someone treats you, and he treats me like a queen. What a breath of fresh air. I thought maybe it's not meant for me to have real love because I'm almost 50 and feel like God wants me to be alone for the rest of my life, but no. He needed me to change some things about myself. Let me say it again. He needed me to change some things about myself. We sometimes think the other person is the problem when God wants us to learn some things as well to prepare us for who he has for us. There's hope for the Capricorn nation. Just put in the work, goats. And then she says, love y'all. Okay, so I'm reading this to y'all, and I'll keep reading it because those of you that are, is it because somebody like a couple of weeks ago was like, everybody just keeps saying the same thing, and it's not happening. And I'm like, okay, instead of fucking focusing on that, you need to be focusing on what the fuck you supposed to be doing. That's what you need to do. Okay? Is the time for being nice? Hold on. I'm trying to see if this thing about to go down. Hold on. The time for being nice is over. Okay? It's time to buckle down, do what it is that you need to do, or it's not going to happen. If you're not working on your mission, or you're not starting to leave whatever dead-end job you're doing and go towards that mission, your person ain't coming. They're not coming. if you're not working on yourself and healing yourself, and you still carrying around that fucking baggage from fucking 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, that the things that are hindering you in relationships, your person's not going to come. I'm going to tell you straight up. They can be in your energy all day long. Spirit is not going to let this person into your energy if you're not doing these things that I'm telling you to do. And some of y'all, I keep telling you, you riding the fucking wave thinking that's all I got to do. They just going to whatever. Even if you feel like you've healed everything you need to heal, you still need to keep working on yourself. I still work on myself every fucking day, every day. Even when I'm not on here reading, I'm working on myself every fucking day, okay? Because I don't want anything to stand in the way of my shit. It ain't even about nobody else for me. I don't want my shit to be blocked anymore. Because I realized there was a lot of things that were being blocked for me because I wasn't doing what the fuck I was supposed to do. So I'm saying all of this to say, I'm telling you, either you can fucking get in where you fit in, or you can be left behind, okay? You can be left behind. That's not what I want. But I'm trying to get you to understand. And if what I'm saying is triggering you, I said, some of y'all need to get up off your fucking ass and do what you need to do. And if you're offended by me and what the fuck I'm saying, then you don't belong in here. You don't belong in here. Because like I said, it's enough of this, oh, I'm just going to do this, or I'm just going to complain all the time and not work on myself and not do the things that I need to do. Enough. Okay? If there's nothing wrong with you, if you breathe, you run, you talk, you speak, for the most part, you're in good health, you can go fucking heal your life and fix yourself. If you don't kick your own self in the ass and push yourself, you're never going to get what you want. You're never going to get what you want in this lifetime, okay? Like I said, you have things here that are supposed to be here for you. You have a contract with somebody, but it can be broken if you don't do what you're supposed to do. That's what Spirit is trying to get you to understand, because some of y'all are not taking what they're telling you seriously, right? There's some of you that are, and if you are, do you know this is not your message? This part of it is not your message. But those of you that are in here, or you new people that's coming in here, and you still looking at these old people, and you still obsessing about these old people and stuff, we don't do that up in here. We don't do that up in here. We're moving the fuck on from that shit, okay? Because that shit was yesterday. That shit was 1980s, okay? This is now 2026, and we moving forward, okay? All right, let's move on. Hey, Lisa. Okay, for Capricorn Spirit. This is a message from your future self. Your future self is telling you that you need to hold on. Let me start off with the overall energy. Look, you got somebody coming your way. They're wanting to come and tell you how they feel. Okay, this person's not playing around. They're not fucking around. They're taking this seriously. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all need to take a page out of this person's book because they not fucking around. I told you, you don't get to be a boss. You don't get to be a CEO. You don't get to be somebody that's like this if you don't do the work, if you're not willing to have self-awareness, if you're not willing to look at where you're stepping wrong and fucking fix it. Okay, some of y'all are fixated on your money, and I get that, but you still got to work on yourself. Some of you, you're trying to fix your financials, but you cannot fix your financials if you don't fix yourself, because a lot of it has to do with the negative thoughts and the limiting beliefs. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. This person wants to come in with the King of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could have fire placements, okay? This person is wanting, or you could have fire placements. Everybody's different. With the King of Wands, they want to be your protector, is what Spirit is saying, okay? They have a lot of love to give you. They have Scorpio placements as well with the Queen of Cups. And they want to come in and have communication, and they want to, be honest with you about how they feel, and they want to take this leap of faith. Okay. Hold on, let me clarify. So we have influences here. It says attachments, third parties, peers. So this is about learning from the things that you've experienced. A lot of you have had these bad influences, right? People that are chipping away, trying to chip away at your self-esteem, make you feel bad, all these things. You were never meant to let this shit take you down. You are supposed to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. Okay. If you at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You have to move forward. You cannot allow what somebody else does to fucking totally decimate yourself and decimate your world. That's bullshit. Okay. Like I said, people do things. I'm not gonna sit here and say you're not gonna get torn down and all these things if you're dealing with the wrong types of people. But it's time for all of that to end. You have to get out of that old identity and step into this new one, okay? We have unspoken feelings here. It says you're not imagining the undercurrent. There's an emotional charge here that no one's fully naming yet. So there is already an emotional undercurrent between you and this new person. And it's about the two of you coming together when it's time, right? Hold on, not that deck, this deck. Okay, everything is happening in divine timing. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Now is the time for you to be focusing on yourself. You need to be your own divine timing when it comes to yourself, right? Because I told you, this motherfucker is coming back in, and you need to be ready to kick them to the curb. But you also need to be ready for this new person when they show up. Because for some of you, the old Dusty and Crusty is going to come in. You're going to, if you tell them no, you don't want to deal with their ass, the new person is coming up right after that. So you need to be ready. Okay. So the first card we're going to talk about, this is talking about what you need to spend more time doing. This is a Page of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Spirit is telling you, your future self is telling you through Spirit that you need to spend more time establishing your foundation, because the Page of Pentacles is about something long-term, stable, and committed, right? But some of you, you haven't even committed to yourself yet. Because look at what is possible when you do that. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. That is how you have the growth. That is how you increase your finances. That is how you get yourself out of a lot of these valleys and turn them into peaks. You've experienced a lot of dishonesty, a lot of deception, a lot of trickery. Some of you are being dishonest and deceptive with yourself, and you're not being honest about the fact that you're not fucking kicking your own self in the ass. You're not being proactive about all the areas of your life that you need to fix, and you're not being proactive about the self-awareness that you need to have as well. Because like I said, it's not all the other person's fault. Some of this shit is on you too. Some of you were cheated on by this old person or other people from your past. And this is something that needs to be healed. So your higher self is telling you, if you want to establish a healthy foundation, you're gonna have to move away from this. Okay? You can't be thinking, oh, this person cheated on me, everybody gonna cheat on me. It's not true, because everybody knows somebody that's in a relationship where from all you know and all you've seen, the two people are in a monogamous relationship and they're being right with each other. Not everybody fucking cheats, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all up in here, you never cheated on nobody, but you had motherfuckers cheat on you, right? So you know not everybody cheats because you don't fucking cheat. Think about that. See, there it is. Money problems. It says you're not on the same page financially and it's bleeding into your emotional connection. So this could be talking about the Dusty and Crusty not having no money, but it could also be talking about you too. Okay. And so if this is you, but what I'm trying to get you to understand, Capricorns, because I know you all about this and I get it. You want a stable foundation, but you also got to be stable within yourself. That's where it all starts with. If you don't have no stable foundation within yourself, that's why you having the money problems you have it. Okay? When you trace it back to its origins, it has to do with something within you that needs to be fixed. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay? Okay, next card we're going to take a look at talks about your person, your future self is telling you you need to spend less time, something you need to spend less time with. Let me see. Hold on. What's this, Spirit? Why is this here like this? Okay, this is what Spirit is saying. You need to be listening more to your intuition with the High Priestess, which is Pisces energy, right? And picking up on these epiphanies, these understandings, these awarenesses about yourself, and stop focusing on the other person. Stop focusing on this person that's coming. Because this is talking about, I hear Pat Benatar, because at the bottom of the card it says, love is a battlefield. That's what I hear. So it says, fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. The love you need to be fighting for is the love that you have for yourself. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? Don't worry about the other person. I told you, Spirit is saying they got it, and you just need to take your hands off the wheel and let them handle it, okay? All right. Next card we're going to take a look at is talking about what you need to remember. Okay, Spirit is telling you what you need to remember. We're talking about the Hermit, right? You need to remember yourself. You need to remember your healing, because you are in separation from your person for a reason. They are in separation with you for a reason. It is because certain things have to be done. And you wishing and hoping and praying that this person, all of this stuff is gonna go by and you're just gonna be able to jump into this with this person. That's not the way it's gonna happen. You have to focus on yourself and what it is that you need to do for yourself. You have to make yourself your number one priority. Some of y'all are not hearing that. You are I don't know if you come in here and you watch 5 minutes of the reading and you thinking you getting the gist of it or whatever. You need to be watching the whole damn reading, because sometimes it's things that come up in these readings that you don't always hear all the time. And sometimes it's a message that's directly for you that you need to be picking up on. Because we got business partner here. It says you're proof that love doesn't have to get in the way of success with the right person that fuels it, right? But how are you going to be able to get into a relationship and become a viable business partner if your shit ain't right? How you going to be able to do that? And it's you. People, you keep thinking it's the outside. The money is the outside. Fixing the money is the outside. It's in here. This is where you got to fix it. It's not out here. That's what I keep trying to tell you. You got to stop trying to do it the wrong way, because what's going on out here from out here. It came from in here. So if you want to change what's out here, you got to do it from in here. We've been taught we got to do it from out here, but that ain't right. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay. Next card we're going to take a look at is talking about what you need to let go of. We got the two. Okay, I'm back. We got the Two of Swords showing up here, right? So what Spirit is telling me is that a lot of you are not looking at the red flags. You're not taking your head out of the sand. You're not looking at certain things that you need to see. Self-awareness is not easy. I get it, but you have to do this. This is something that is very important, okay? Because you gotta, in order for you to set boundaries the proper way, to say no, to draw the line, to say when enough is enough, you have to be self-aware. You got to take the blindfold off. You have to be able to assess the situation in the proper manner. Hey, bright future for me. Then we got withdrawn here, right? So it says single, lonely, solitary, right? This is about you realizing, I keep telling y'all, being single, it's not some disease. It's not a horrible thing. It's a beautiful thing when you start to look at it the right way. And some of y'all are going to continue to sit in this singledom until you start to see that. Okay? Until you come to Jesus and realize you was born alone. Okay? Some people are not meant to go through this lifetime with somebody every fucking single day of their life. Some people are, some people aren't. And a lot of us in this collective, that's how it's been. Or we've been with people for a little while, but we've mostly been alone. But it's because you have to learn certain things. But like I told you, the rewards that are coming out on the other side make it worth it. Spirit is telling you here, look at what you got, ride or die. You got the person that's going to be with you. Like I told you, some of you, when you get ready to get into this relationship with this person, you're going to be with them for the rest of your life. That's what Spirit is telling you. But some of you got to get your money right first. That has to come first before you can get in a relationship with this person. And like I told you, before your money can get itself together, you got to get you together. That's what you got to understand. Because some of y'all that are going through money issues right now, hear me when I say this. If you don't fix your shit, your inner shit, your money's still going to be fucked up and your person's still not going to be here. It's a chain reaction. One thing begets another, begets another, begets another. That's what Spirit is trying to get you to understand. Okay. Next card. What you need to focus on. Okay. Spirit is saying with the Hierophant, it's supposed to be like this, Spirit. Okay, Spirit is telling you need to focus on commitment with the Hierophant Taurus energy, and you need to focus on love, but this is self-love, being committed and loving yourself, being committed to yourself and loving yourself, because we ain't talking about the other person right now. Okay, you got to get you together before we can be worrying about this other person coming in. All right. And some of y'all, you not looking at that. You keep looking at what's going on with the other person. But that's neither here nor there right now if you're not doing what you need to do for you. Like I told you, you must be your own first priority, because look at what's coming. You have commitment coming your way, marriage, promises, fidelity. But I keep telling y'all, and some of y'all keep missing it. If you are not giving to yourself the way you want other people to give to you, then you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Spirit is telling you, You're going to continue to be blocked from this person until you put yourself and your needs first, until you realize that this separation, the single time, the single life is a gift. Okay? All right. Okay, when it comes to the lessons that you're going to learn by you focusing on yourself and loving on yourself, Spirit is telling you what you're going to learn is how to be prepared to take the risk. Because look, a lot of y'all sitting in fucking commitment issue territory. You got commitment issues. You scared to be in a relationship with somebody, but you wanting the person 10 years ago. You wishing they came in 10 years ago. You're not ready. You're not ready. And instead of some of you realizing that and just saying, okay, I gotta own it. I'm not ready. I'm not where I need to be. Let me start working towards that. You just focusing on the other person, focusing, thinking that that's what's gonna bring them in, but it's not. If anything, it's gonna continue to push them away, because you have to prepare. You have to, because Spirit is telling you here, there's your soulmate right there with the Three of Cups. It has to start out, it needs to start out as a friendship. But some of you got to learn how to be your own fucking friend first. Okay? Because I told you, people can come into your life, all right, for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? But in order to keep them people there and to have a healthy connection with these people, you gotta have that healthy connection with yourself, and you always have to be your own go-to. Good morning, Sharon. How you doing? You always have to be your own go-to. If you're not gonna be your own go-to, you might as well leave a fucking relationship with somebody else alone. Because I'm telling you, think about if you got into a relationship with your person and they came to the relationship like this. And every time you looking away, every time you look away, you look back, they looking at you. They just fixated on you the whole time. They don't go nowhere. They don't do nothing. They just all up in your face. Just like you wouldn't want that. It would creep you the fuck out. You don't need to be doing that with nobody else too. Like I told you, some of y'all are suffering from codependency, right? And I told you, this is not to shame you. Like I said, how are you going to get better if we don't discuss these things? How are you going to get better if you don't have that self-awareness? How are we going to get better if we don't look at ourselves, right? I told you, this ain't fairy tale tarot, baby. This ain't fairy tale tarot. Well, I'm just gonna tell you what the fuck you want to hear, and we just gonna keep on saying the same thing over and over again, and then you sitting here 5-10 years later talking about where your person is. No, we're not doing that. Okay. All right. Hey, Alicia. Because this is about you opening your heart. That's what Spirit is saying. Being receptive, being empathetic, being vulnerable. And in order to do that, a lot of y'all got to go back to the drawing board and really dig down deep and figure out what is making you feel like, like I said, you gonna feel nervous. Hell, anybody gonna fucking feel nervous because it's somebody that you haven't been dealing with, right? Even if you had past lives with this person, you don't know them in this lifetime, not like that. And so this is about you realizing, okay, if I feel a certain way, me just charging into a relationship, if I got commitment issues, me charging into a relationship is that's not what's gonna fix it. What's gonna fix it is me figuring out what the hell is going on with me. Okay, some of y'all, like I said, you got to get out of this thing where you don't want to work, you don't want to do the work, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, you just want your person. Because like I said, if you put your head down and do the work that you're supposed to do, when you look up, your person's going to be standing there. That's what period. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we're talking about your potential. Spirit is telling you, you have the potential to let go of all of the burdens that you've been carrying with the Ten of Wands, right? You have the potential to show up as a beautiful life partner for your person and for them to do the same for you. And then with the Tower card, for you to tear down, you have the potential to have the strength to tear down these old foundations with the Tower, which is Scorpio energy, and to step into this new energy as you know, as the life partner. Spirit is saying you have all the skills, tools, and abilities. You've always had them, but you have to stop looking outside yourself for things. We always looking, trying to give power to other people, saying, oh, well, if I had this, if I had that, if I had it. Look, I keep telling y'all, those of y'all, like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to demonize no money, because I love money just as much as any fucking body else. But what you got to understand about money, money is not going to make you fucking better. It's only going to magnify whatever the fuck you are. So if you an asshole and you get some money, you're just going to be an asshole with a lot of money. Okay? If you are a sweet person, a beautiful person, like on the inside I'm talking about with money, and you don't have money, when you get money, that's what you're going to be. A sweet and beautiful person with a lot of damn money. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Money does not change your fucking character. Okay? It just magnifies more of what you are. That's why you see people that you look at them and you was like, oh, I remember when they didn't have nothing, and then look, now they even worse than what they was when they got money, and now they even worse than what they was. Or people like, look at that person. I always knew that person was somebody that was a sweet person, and now look at all the beautiful things that they're doing with the money. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Money is not the be all and end all, because at the end of the day, you can't take none of that shit with you. Somebody else, you leave it here, somebody else gonna fucking spend it, right? So I'm saying all of this to say, take care of this first. Then we get the damn money. Then we move forward with that. Because if you take care of this first, when you get the money, yeah, you're gonna be a better person, but not because of the money. You're gonna be a better person because you worked on your fucking self. And then it's gonna open you up to have more money, because you're gonna be getting the rewards from spirit, because they're showing me that card with the gold dollar sign on it that says making bank. They're showing me that in my head. So they're telling me that is what's coming your way if you do the fucking work you're supposed to do. I keep telling y'all, some of y'all, you working on projects and things like that, and maybe you were going along real good at one point, and it started to slow down. If it has started to slow down, it is because there is something you need to be doing that you may have stopped doing, okay? Or there's something that you need to rev up and you need to do more of. It's going to be different for everybody. You need to have that self-awareness to look at your life and see what is going on, okay? All right, because look, there you go. Can't make it up. Single life. So it says, embrace your independence, expand your horizons. This is a beautiful thing. I keep telling you, a lot of you, if you get into this relationship with this person, right? This is going to be the last time you ever going to fucking be single for the rest of your life. So you might as well fucking cherish it and enjoy it, all right? Because this is not a bad thing. It's not a horrible thing. It's a beautiful thing when you look at it. And like I said, this is when you want the money, right? You be like, I need this money because I'm finna go ahead and do all this shit, right? So if I need to go ahead and do all this shit, I need some money to finance that, right? So it's about you having your last hurrah. Not saying that you're not gonna have a happy life and you're not gonna be doing all this stuff with your person. But this is the one time, the last time for some of y'all, you're going to just be whatever the fuck you want to do. You get to do it. You ain't got to compromise. You ain't got to say, okay, this day we do this, do what you want. Then the next day we do what you want. You ain't going to have to do none of that. You get to do whatever the fuck Capricorn want to do. All right? So you got to start to look at it positively. You have to look at what's good, what's right about the situation instead of always looking at the negative, right? Because like I said, just because the person is not here yet, you feel them. A lot of y'all tell me that all the time, because I tell you, I can feel my person in my fucking energy. I know you can feel the person in your energy, just like you can feel that fucking dusty and crusty, right? From time to time. So I'm saying all that to say, you know they there. You know that this is not a lie. You know spirit is telling you the damn truth. But some of y'all got to learn how to trust. You have to learn how to trust yourself. I keep telling you, trust your spiritual team, trust God. Know that, look, God made all of us. How can you not want to trust God? God made all of us. And God is not a God that makes promises to you and don't fucking fulfill them. Unless, like I said, but you got your point you got to do. Like I said, let me tell you this. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's like it's a covenant when you come down here, right? You're supposed to do a certain things, a contract. You're supposed to do a certain things. God, and then God's going to do the rest. Or your spiritual team is supposed to do certain things, and you're supposed to do certain things. Your person is supposed to do certain things. You're supposed to do certain things. If y'all don't do that, how you going to get mad? It's like I told you, it's like a contract, like a legal contract, right? You know how they tell you if you have a legal contract with somebody and somebody doesn't fulfill what they signed the contract and said they were going to do, the other person gets to sue them and do all these things and take monetary reparations and all this stuff. It's the same thing with this. It's a contract. So you got to look at it like that. Okay, Spirit is saying, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do that. Just okay, so like I said, just hang in there and do what you need to do, Capricorn. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? All right, so let me see what your future self, let's see. Spirit is telling you, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords, air sign, Ascendant Sign, air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, right? Your future self, you, like I said, you're destined to have what it is that you want, but only if you do what you're supposed to do, okay? You have good luck coming your way. You have all of this stuff, all these beautiful things happening, but you have to help yourself too. It can't, I told you, nobody's coming to rescue you, okay? Some of you looking for Spirit to rescue you, looking for God to rescue you, looking for all these things. What do they say in the Bible? God helps those who help themselves. Come on, talk to me. That's what I'm trying to get you to, that's what I'm trying to get you to see. You're not down here, some handicapped person that don't know how to help themselves, okay? You know what you need to do. Some of you just don't fucking want to do it. You just want to be fucking stubborn, but then you want to complain when what you want don't come. So I'm just telling you plain up, straight up, if you want, look, oh my God, why they playing that? I hear Rod Stewart. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. I don't know why I hear that song. I don't know if that means something to somebody. I don't know if Spirit trying to be funny. I'm just telling you, that's what the fuck I hear in my head. So if you want what you want, you're gonna have to do what you need to do. Look, family. It says fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Some of you have this actually happening. If you're not of childbearing age, you and this person are still going to come together and build something amazing, right? Because don't we have the business partner card coming up here? So if you want all these beautiful things, you want this person, you and this person to have all this good luck and all these beautiful things happening, you're going to have to do what you need to do. Straight up, plain up, straight up. Whatever way you want to say it, okay? All right. See, a lot of y'all got outdated thinking, okay? It's old news. It's things you got. I keep telling you, 90% of your fucking thoughts aren't even your own. Aren't even your own. So it's time for you to get in there and spring clean and get that shit out, because it's stopping you. That's what's hindering you, because you're telling yourself the same old shit over and over again. All right, here we go. What's the message, Spirit? Here, let me get these. You know I got to get these for the message. That's why I pull these cards out all the time, because y'all be wanting to know exactly what it is. This is what it is. Hey, Alorden, how you doing? Okay. Some of you, this is not going to apply to everybody, so if it's not you, don't take it. It says fear of touch. You don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. Okay, some of you, you've been through abuse. Some of y'all have been through abuse. Okay, it could be a thing where people took advantage of you in certain types of ways. We're not going to go deeply into that, but you know what I mean. If this is you, you know, like I said, how you ready to get in a relationship like this and you don't want somebody to touch you? Because what you think that person gonna do, right? Then we got hiding feelings. It says you need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return, Capricorn. If y'all ain't ready to do this, you're not ready to nut up and tell this person how you feel when they tell you how they feel, what we doing? You just gonna look at them and let them spill their guts, and what you gonna do? Just look at them and not say nothing? That's awkward, right? And it's not fair. You know what that feels like, because that happened to you with the Dusty Crusty. You was telling them how you felt, and I feel like this. If you can tell that other motherfucker how you feel, you can definitely tell this person how you feel, because this is the one that's coming right and trying to treat you right. Okay. Then we got changing them, Capricorn. It says trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Okay. All right. Let's get a message and then we're going to close it out. I don't know if I said hello, Alicia, but hello if I didn't. Your person is telling you that you inspire them so much. You are their muse. Even though you're so different, even though we're so different, I feel so connected to you. Then we have, you are the only one who gets me without me saying anything. Like I said, you and this person just don't understand each other. It's going to be effortless. I just read the thing to you about somebody who's experiencing exactly what Spirit is saying. Ain't a damn thing she said, not something that came out of my mouth. Ain't nothing she said different from the story that I've been telling you. Okay? All right, let's get this oracle card here and close it out. Okay, Capricorn. It says give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And the way you work on your partnership is working on your partnership with yourself. Because I keep telling you, this relationship with this person, look, it says true love. It says this is the romance of a lifetime. This relationship with this person is an externalized version of the relationship you're having with yourself. And the sooner you can understand that and get on board, the sooner you gon' step into what it is that you want. Okay? I'm cheering for you, Capricorn. I want you to get what you want, but I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. And I'm not, if you dragging ass, I'm gonna fucking tell you what I gotta tell you, so you can get on the bus. I don't want nobody up in here talking about they've been waiting on somebody for 5 years, 10 years. No, this ain't that fucking type of party up in here. I want you to come in here, find out what you need to find out, find your person and push on. You ain't supposed to be up in here no forever unless you want to hang out. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to do so. But if you hanging out in here, I want you to have found your person and you just hanging out because you just want to hit a message or you just want to hang out. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Capricorn, that was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading or you want me to read you, you want to sign up to be read for any of my lives, that information is in the description box below. Please have a good day, good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. All right, I'm about to do, who is next? Scorpio. So if you want to hear Scorpio, that's what's coming up next. All right, love y'all. Greatest of all time. Bye. You too, Jamie.